Welcome back to the firehouse. See, what me doing no fiery reason as such in this reason, because I'm just explaining life in Jamaica before we reach England, you know what I mean? I'm more or less, if you was building a house, that I'm laying the foundation, because the foundation was laid in Jamaica, you know what I mean? And the walls and windows was put in England near the roof. So I'm just telling a few tales about life in Jamaica, you know what I mean? Living with my grandmother in the country, you know what I mean? I never mentioned before that there was a period when I was living in the country when my older sister was living with us. I don't recall her clearly living with us, you know what I mean? Say this. But I know, you know what I mean? And then I had a cousin in a country would call him his real name is Selborn, you know? But we used to just call him Selborn. Yeah. So there was a time now when after Sadie's moved to Kingston, she was the first to go to Kingston. There was just me and Selborn and Miss Hilda. That's what we call our grandmother. We never say grandmother, you know. Country people are funny people, you know, trust me. Because not even around kids call her mother, you know what I mean? Everybody call her Miss Hilda. Our sons, our daughters, grandchildren, everybody. So you find, you know, me and Selborn living with Miss Hilda. Now, Selborn was a bit older than me still, you know. So, and I wouldn't say Selborn take advantage of me. No, he never did that. But occasionally, you know, as youth, you can even remember, you know, when I said to him, you're black like bun pan. You know what I mean? Them things, you know, is, because Selborn is darker than me, you know what I mean? Because we come from, my father come from down Senti way, you know. McDonald family down there. And then my mother family, my grandmother married to some people called the Jeffries. Now them people, they're dark. You know what I mean? Them people, we live our district called Epping Forest. Epping Forest, man, you don't know, say, is England name up the whole of them place there, you know. So, and we go to, well, we go for, we let out a place called Whole England. You know what I mean? So, I just remember another joke with Selborn, you know. You know, so one day we got to school, yeah? And I think it was in the last class, then and me was in the first. And my grandmother used to cook, you know. They didn't leave it out in the kitchen there and for when we come from school in the 12 there. I know so one day I rush home before Selborn, you know. And eat my dinner and eat film and wash out the plate and turn them down, and when him come in, I say, you know, she never cooked nothing today. Yeah, man. and mass and go back at school like nothing no go on. But in the evening, man, you know everything where they are youth. Selborn asked my grandmother and she said, you what? Yeah, I said, me left dinner boy, Selborn run me down and grandmother give me some liquor, see, man. Yeah, man. And then I think, I remember what age it was when Selborn cut out and got Kingston. You know? And because Selborn was a man then who could play cricket good. When him move to Kingston, them call him Dally, you know. So if you didn't we have a Barbican Road, I know so you don't know Mr. Dally already. Yeah, man, Mr. Dally and Barry. Well, we don't know what town we talk about Barry. But in the country they know, you know. And then we have my grandmother's sister, I never tell you about she. And my champion that, we should boast about that the lady there every day, man. Aunt Muriel. Me tell you how country people stay, she's another character down there. Aunt Muriel, my grandmother's sister. And she her brother called Brother Joe, him dead now. But you see like Aunt Muriel now. Same thing like our sister. Nobody don't call her like our kids, them don't call her mommy. Her mama or nothing, you know. It's Aunt Muriel or Miss Muriel. And even the people them like we know, it's not my auntie, but me still call her Aunt Muriel. It's my mother auntie. But everybody call her right mural anyway, because I saw them people they go on. And I tell you, say, you see me go to Jamaica now and meet at me, I just fist with a punch up, trust me. You know what I mean? Because mural don't watch television. Excuse me. I read newspaper, you know. She does have a style different of her own. And when me was a youth in Jamaica, she never did live near me. She lived up at a place called St. Thomas. So it's just used because she married somebody up that way there. She just come in now as beat and bring some yam. But they did like them yam the way she bring now. I think they call Mudzella or something. You know? Because down at Manchester, they trust me at them time, we have some yam called Afu yam. You know, a white yam, we call it tar yam, you know, next to dumpling. Yellow yam have to take second stage to the yam there, you know. But right now it kind of dead out, you know, see. You see, when you talk about food, I have some cousin. Well, cousin I call the Campbell. When we go back home, them tell me, say, Paul, you know, say one day, right, when your grandmother was working down here, she cook your dinner, but she only cook potato. And when you call it potato, I have potato in my country, you know, cook some potato. And she said, when you come from school and say, you have a sauce of potato your grandmother cook, you take it and fling against the kitchen, you know. And fear that no call Ma Cesra. She said, Ma Cesra said to my grandmother, Hilda, because it was my cousin, I say, Hilda, don't bring the boy back down here, you know. But at them things they would go and stay, you know, because when you cook, in them time, I don't think English people would understand them things. You can't cook food without dumpling here. Tar yam. You can't cook sauce of potato, man, you're mad. So we take them kind of thing, the serious as youth in the country there, you know. Yeah, man. So, boy, I don't know, country life sweet still, you know what I mean? And then, like I tell you before now, because I'm running a reasoning, you know, I call it the Jamaican reasoning, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to show as much as what I can remember in the country. And then later on we're moving up to Kingston up as you know what I mean? So I say we go to Kingston then. I think I speak a lot about how different Kingston is from country, you know. If you know mind sharp, a man good for run sideways. Yeah. I like to tell you, in country, style, everything is style. Talking is style, walking is style, sitting is style. A man don't ride a bicycle the same way, or a bike, nothing. Everything is different. Talking different, everything style up. You know what I mean? I would like to say something now about my long-suffering auntie, which I never appreciate the... maybe the mental torment that I put my auntie under, you know. And my auntie, you know, is Miss Adali mother, you know what I mean? Yeah, so when we moved to Kingston, I went and lived with Miss Adali mother, my Auntie Margaret, you know what I mean? Black lady like the Jeffrey, them, you know. And she never did me anything either. In fact, when I behaved myself, Auntie Margaret would give me money to go to the picture downtown, you know, see? But I wasn't a very miss, I was just wild. You know what I mean? Wild. That's why I tell you when the day come, right? After when I sort out my papers, I go to Auntie Margaret and say, you know, when shall I tell them I want to leave? Auntie Margaret say, you know what, pal? Go down there and tell them that you personally want the first flight you can get out of Jamaica. You know what I mean? You can imagine the time that I put the poor woman through. She's dead now, so I can't say to her, boy, Auntie Margaret, myself, we nearly drive you out of your skull cap with worry about where this boy is, because I am not your son, you know, I'm your sister's son. You know what I mean? And I'm in your care, and here I am running wild. You don't even know where I am at night time. You know what I mean? Why? You know, but of course, as a youngster, you don't see these things. You understand? You don't really. I mean, that man, I wasn't thinking about them things. Don't know why. It must be because of the age. So you do things and you don't know. You're not thinking about the consequences of your action or even how somebody else might be feeling about that. Understand? Coming back to another point that I want to grab up now about Jamaican society. It's like when I was a youth, I never see a man with one woman. Every man have enough woman. 3, 4. So I thought that was the thing to do as well. You know what I mean? When I grew up. You know what I mean? And I don't know about any other beings in Jamaica, you know, but me personally was a sensitive kid. I am still sensitive. So I saw, you know, Jamaican society now was a little bit racist still. Yeah, man. But not, I wouldn't call it what they would call in England overt, but covert. In what we would call in Jamaica now massive. You see what I mean? And it also, when I reason to myself about the thing, wonder where the promiscuity, as them call it when man run around and sex here, there and everywhere, where did it come from? You know, and made me to wonder if this thing is not a thing from slavery days, where the master used to go with all of the daughter them, you know, see? Yeah, I reckon it's from slavery days. Even the beating that we used to get in the 60s, it's die out now because you see, man, even me when I used to get beaten, you know, and all them things they done, I said, boy, you know, say anyhow, me have any kid at Jamaica, the first thing I do, I go to school with teacher, at the morning with him, you know, I tell the teacher, say, yes, boy, you get the only kid at school, you know, and trust me, if him do anything, you better tell me, because you see, if you ever do nothing, you talk on camera with me and do with you. You know what I mean? Because those things are savage. You know what I mean? So all that kind of savagery look, we inherited that now. You know what I mean? And also the fact that because the slave master went with so many of the native that they brought around now, they created a kind of a second tier. You have to pronounce the word, the second level. You know what I mean? So when them eventually release the chains from for the African back then, what was left, they leave a buffer, what I call a buffer zone, which was the red man them. Because I got a little bit of them in them, you know. My father don't send to the red skin man them. So it looked like after slavery, you know, the red skin man them, because the master kind of favor him when him dead, him probably leave him 2 donkey and cow and piece of land. These are the man now them that come and control things. So you find out that the black man them now had less of things. But if a man is a little browning, as they would say, you know, a man they end up with a little property and a little control, and then you never notice it. Alright, when me die Jamaica, no black man never prime minister, you know. Yeah, one time Donald Sangster did dead and him have this brother here, Hugh Shearer. Like he was deputy and him kinda take over a little portion there for a while, but when election come, them kick him out and put a brown skin man in. I think when me die England, I see a brother the PJ Patterson, and now them have a daughter out there. But them never used to all on television. See, you never used to see black people. Where else? All in bank and them place. But on the street now, you never see anybody that say, oh, you're black American. You can't say Jamaican man will chop you up. That's why. So it was a covert kind of racism within the society. Although, you know, racism are going still. Because like I'm saying in Jamaican term, it's well mass. You know what I mean? And even on the radio, like enough people outside of Jamaica say, oh, you play enough reggae music, but on the radio, it's all Diane Warwick and Petula Clark and some foreign people you see here on the radio. They don't play no reggae music. But don't forget that in the 60s me I deal with now, you know. You know, I talk about nowadays when things might be a little weird, different. Me I talk in the 60s, you know. Now, because we are talking at the 60s as well now. One of the biggest things for me still now is the Rasta man. Because when we move to Kingston now, we get into close contact with Rasta man. You know, Rasta man I live on a son I make him cool, and Rasta man around so, and brother Brownie around just next door. I say my brother, you know, brother Brownie a big man for me, a boy. You know what I mean? I just ride with him, you know, and a regular. You know what I mean? So we get to to come under the influence of Rasta. Now you find out the Rasta different from every man in Jamaica, trust me. Because you have like we tell you before, you have all kind of Rasta, you have all kind of style. But no matter which style them I deal with, every Rasta man will tell you, say, watch your man. Africa we come from, you know, we never really come from on here. I bring the boy, them bring me on here. So I know some Rasta man will tell you, say, watch you know. Jamaica is a nice island, you know, but it's a prison. Yeah, capture and lock here some man. I never come from a little island. I come from a continent called Africa, where you have kings and queens. So I say, so you find the Rasta man, even the language, like I tell you, Rasta man language different from the normal Jamaican language, you know what I mean? Because they will eye up the words and, you know, we're not going at the different ways of how Rastaman talk, you know what I mean? But trust me, them have ways and means of nicing up the language differently from how the normal Jamaican would, you know, them season up, just like what they say Kingstonian season up things. Well, Rastaman season up things a little way different, you see what I mean? So that is where now we come under the influence, like I was saying, you know, of the reggae music. That's how reggae music come into it now. Because to me personally, I don't know about anybody else or any other Jamaican, but to me, reggae vehicle is the train. You see what I mean? Or the vehicle. Alright then, because it's a reason that's going to build up to how we reach a firehouse then. Reggae is the rhythm that will bring us, or the train that is going to bring us to firehouse. You know what I mean? Because don't forget, you know, the reggae we are talking about, you know, brethren, roots reggae. You see me? Because them man, they just sing about God continuously, what is right and correct and one love and all them. You think I just Bob one sing about Bob love, one love? I wouldn't even attempt to name one of the amount of singers, because then I would do injustice to those who I cannot name. You know, I suffice to say that roots music, reggae music underground them. And I talk them on jump up music. I talk spiritual food music. And that are the rhythm run it. And that Rasta decide to put the message in. You see what I mean? So you find out, you know, as soon as the reggae rise up, because don't forget, you know, I think I'm even running away from myself about the reggae and the Rasta. Because you see, when he was a little youth, enough sufferation Rasta suffer, you know that them cut off them dread, beat them. I don't want to jump on Rasta bandwagon now, because Marley make it big. And everybody know Bob Marley. Nobody don't know the Prime Minister of Jamaica abroad, you know. You go anywhere, African, Turkey and all them places, you go. Everybody call me all have little jet. Bob, everybody know Bob. Them don't know nobody else. You see, so Rasta come now, you know, everybody want. But I remember a time as a youth when to be a Rasta man, you're mad man, because everybody want, nobody want their kid. The last thing they want in a Jamaica then is for a youth go say him a turn Rasta. Because at that time him father done plan say boy if be a liar. A liar. And he must say you should be doctor, because your parents, I know you are decide where you should be, you know. Them already scheme out a plan, you know, as how you should be. So if this scheme out a plan say boy you should be a professor, and then next minute you tell them say, oh professor, you know, see me a Rasta. A disgrace you bring on the family. Shame that you have your hair and you won't, you know, you make it, and all your beard and all those things. So to be a Rasta now, you find out, say, a weak man couldn't decide that he was going to be a Rasta. You see what I mean? I got to be so, that's why only mad people could do those things. You know what I mean? Because you get outcast in those days. You know what I mean? But sure, little by little Rasta kind of wear them down, tell them tired. You know what I mean? But anyway, coming back to the reggae music here now and the Rasta now, it seems to me, the Rasta use the reggae as the vehicle to push forward the message. God, trust me, you know, when me die in England, brethren, it's just reggae music me play continuous and a pure roots in my yard. Me don't play lovers and them kind of thing there. You know what I mean? Just roots music. And that was the music actually that reconnect me in England with the roots. You see what I mean? So we have to pay homage to reggae music. Hey, you see, if reggae music was all food, honestly, I know me wouldn't be a glutton. No, me wouldn't even be a glutton, me would boss. You know what I mean? Because I would have overeat it. Today me and them up reggae roots music, me greedy feet, man. Me done bossing too, man. Trust me. You know what I mean? So reggae music is a music when me love. And when you move a Kingston, you become close to reggae music. You know what I mean? And while I read upon the Kingston thing and Jamaican thing, like me said, Mr. Dali is up there. Same place in there, the Barbican Road, man, and Barry, you know, and Miss Simon, we big up all them people if them ever see this broadcast anyway, you know. Because those are the people, if you want to know about, when me that Jamaica, when me that Kingston, you know, I went jump back in the country. When I was, and tell you a story, when I was in the country, I was known as Compay. The reason why they give me that nickname Compay, I when I come to England, I see the play really. There was a man who used to weed the roads. And them know them things at Kingston country, weed the side of the road, yeah? And go and make it look decent. And then he used to cook his food by the side of the road anyway, can catch and cook a food, same, yeah? But he was a mongrel. And now when I come to England, I see the play really understand what it is. Now his face was a bit round, you know, and his toe was, we don't say spread out, him toe spread out. So everyone was afraid of him. I wouldn't go near him, because, you know, but when him cook and I eat with him, and my friend them see me and call me Compay, and they say, oh, you eat with Compay. So in the country I was known as Compay, you know. Because me eat with this brethren. But there was even another lady, man, I know, Miss Clara, my brethren, auntie, man, Taylor David, yeah, big up Taylor David, and my brethren, that big bad bus hopper. Me and Taylor have no bus, you know. Taylor come from down a Veer, you know, like how me tell me, auntie did live up a St. Thomas. Taylor come from down a Veer. Veer is another place in Jamaica where man fear of them kind of obia man there, you know, see me. Some people good for fear my brethren, because I'm black, like, you know. Yeah, and him come from, I tell a man saying come from down a Veer, the man never say, boy, Taylor, pure obia down. Yeah, man. So I'm a brethren that down there still, you know. But where are they now? Coming up back to Kingston. Yeah. Like I'm telling you, sometimes I get lost in the way I say, no? But coming back up into Kingston now. Because what I'm trying to do is to explain to you how my life was. You understand? Because I'm going to, eventually, I'm not going to tell my story. I just pure fire me, I go speak. If you see some of my reasons, I've already speak some of them. But I want people who are listening to Jamaican story to get a picture of how I come to be what I am. So like I'm saying, in the country, they call me Compay. When I come to Kingston now, they call me Thunderpart. And if you know anything about nickname in Jamaica, people nickname you according to your character, the size of your head, or if you have one eye or 1 ear, you know what I mean, or even how you walk. You know, people give you names. So I had the name Thunderpart. Look like I was rolling all over the place. But anyway, I'm going to speed this story up and bring it to England. I had to leave. I come to England. I tell you about a funny incident at the airport. I never seen my father before, and this was going to be the first encounter. You understand? And I'm there, you know, I come off the plane and I'm coming through, you know. Come out and clear what them call them custom, and I'm looking and I'm, you know, you're looking to see who. I see a man come through the crowd and look at me and says, come on. Yeah? So I walk outside with him. Then he said, I carry the right jacket from me. So when I come outside, it was April. Because I come from Jamaica. I know now that it wasn't that cold, but at that time to me it was. Isn't it? So I put the collar up, you know, around my neck. And the first word was come on, and the second one was put that rasta. Up till now the man don't say hello, you know. Or goodbye, or how are you? Boy, when I leave you in Jamaica, you was this age, that age, this age, that age, you know. But anyway, we're going to I'm going to skip all over that now and shoot ahead with the story now. Well, where by that time now he already kicked me out, and you know, I mean, so it take me, like I said, I live in Halifax for 2 years, and I don't even know another black man by this time. You know, it take me about, after he kicked me out now, that's when I made the link with the black men that I know in Halifax. The first man that I meet was Fritz. My brethren called Fritz. Someone said, big up to Fritz. Fritz coming like me when it comes to money. You know, we don't really value it that much then. You know what I mean? Like kindred spirit, me would answer me and the brethren there when it come to dealing with paper. I can even remember the first time when I borrow money off of Fritz. And I said to him, oh, lend me a $5. And he said, you sure you're going to pay him? I said, yeah, man. And I borrow the $5 and pay him back. From that, I never borrow no money off of the brethren. They are him borrow money off me. If we have a money, we give each other a money. You know what I mean? Sometimes Fritz used to embarrass me the way he give me a money. Trust me. All my last son, Jacob, that man, they send him money for him born till him 18. Every year him send him money. So, I farm now, my first group of friends that I farm up in Halifax, like me say, we have Fritz, like Jeddy, Robin, my brethren, just come film the other day and take him gone. Well, we soon join your brethren, don't worry about that. Him gone and Frankie and John and some more man. I mean, not many of us, I think it was about 6. But in Halifax in them days, you know, talk in the 70s. It better if they all 6 of you go together for protection, you know what I mean? Because sometimes, enough time like a trouble go on, you know. We're not going to go into all the trouble that went on. But I remember a little incident in a pub that went on. I don't know if a guy dropped a money and I was just joking and the guy punched me and a little scuffle going on. Hey, my brethren just reach over there and just cut up everybody, you know, and me as well. Yeah, man, here's a boss all the thing now, wax up everybody, you know, them man in a ramp. Even the other day, you see my man tell me, say, him talk down a man. Yeah, man, I have another friend that JD, you know, but they man, they go mad when they go mad, man, you know, extra mad. So, you find out, you know, that's my first little crew down there in Halifax. And cause I man don't drive, these was the first men who met me experience going out of town, cause they had motor vehicle. You could go to Huddersfield, Bradford, Oldham here, which we call Bush, and you know what I mean. And in them times as well, I think I just had a girlfriend. Yeah. I would like to on camera apologize for the awful way that I treat, say, like my first and second girlfriend. You know what I mean? Because at them times, I was living just like a learning Jamaica. Man don't have one woman. So definitely, I am not faithful. I had my first son. My first son was born when I was about 19. Jonathan, you know. Jonathan is his name. And a man is always proud of his first son. And Jonathan was a sickly child. He's always in and out of hospital. You know what I mean? I don't know what you would have done without your old lady. That's why I said never diss your old lady. Because when all this was going on, my full attention wasn't being paid. I'm out running up and down and telling pure lies. You know what I mean? I was not a good father. You know, I was not a neglectful father, I would say. Because I would make sure if money-wise, you know what I mean? But attention-wise. If it wasn't for his mom there around. That's why I don't like no boy diss their mother, you know. Prefer you diss me, you know. Then we moved to Oldham. Yeah, and over here now I met my you know runnings go already. I was already lying and cheating, so I met my second son, you know. Second son mother in Oldham, you know. And we moved to Oldham. No, well, like I say, all my kids, I'm proud of all my kids, you know. I'm proud of my first one because a man is always proud of his first. I'm proud of my second because he's named after me. So a man is always proud to say you name after him. Look at vanity, you know. And then my daughter, I'm proud of my daughter as well. You know what I mean? Because I only have one girl. And then I'm proud of my last son. Right back in. We was talking about the kids. So I was saying then I have 4 kids, 3 boys and a girl. But I also have a stepson, which is Nico. You understand? Now, there is no difference between Nico and any one of my kids as far as I'm concerned. Because I was with Nico mom for 20 years. And I have a son with her, Jacob, you know what I mean? But I see them just the same. All my kids is just the same, you know what I mean? So, I haven't got nothing to leave anybody still. But if I did, if I say me did have anything to leave, well, Nico will have to get his share just like anybody else. You know what I mean? Because I don't deal with them kind of things. It's not because I'm not his blood dad. And I have seen circumstances where, say a man meet a woman, yeah, and she have a kid. They now want to go and take over as the father. But I have never tried and do that to Nico, you know what I mean? Because I'm not his real dad. So I've never tried and enforce and go on like that. As far as I can remember, I try to be his friend. Reasonable still. Just like I would with my youth then, you know what I mean? So, he's equally in my heart like any one of my kids them, you know what I mean? It doesn't make no difference to me. I'm not into this bloody sticker than water business. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, say you decide to think, oh, I will give this kid that because, you know, it will help him out. I have to give to the most sensible one. So even if Nico is not my blood son and he was the most sensible one, which him I would have to, you know what I mean? I couldn't, just give it to one who is a junkie. You know what I mean? So, yeah, coming up to the, to where now, I think I'm now with my second missus, and I'm still going on with cheating and lying and all those kind of things. I wasn't into this faithful business, like I tell you know what I mean? And I can't confess everything on camera, you know, but I wasn't faithful. You know what I mean? Let's put it this way now. But just as I was about to be faithful now to my second missus, this is how we split up. Because after when I come to certain understanding now, yeah, that there's something going on. She had a sister in London. So one day I just come and say to her, listen, Maria, let's go to London. Yeah? I mean, I don't even know I don't even ask her where about her sister living. So I just end up in London. Yeah? And I just, because at that time I was on a quest. I can't explain this quest now, it'll take too long. But I was searching for something. So I reached the home. I got introduced, well, I know a sister before anyway, say hello and that, you know. And says to her boyfriend, just show me where the black man them hang out. This was on a Friday. Yeah? And he showed me and dropped me off and leave me. Well, I'm not going to go through all this story, but I was gone for 3 days. Don't forget I don't know London, you know. I don't even know if I was in East London, North London. I don't deal with them things. I was just moving, you know. Anyway, when I come back now, I says to Maria, we're ready to go. She says, I haven't seen you for three days. You know what I mean? And you just come along talking about ready to go. I ain't going, I'm not ready. You know what I mean? I'm staying here. So I says, right, if you're not ready, I'm going and leave her there. And that was how we come to split up, you know what I mean? Now, my daughter now, Natalie, well, I never know that Natalie was around for a while, you know what I mean? The mother never let me know. One of them movements there, you know. Those things happen in life, you know. Yeah, she never know. But once I knew Natalie was around, no? Yeah, man, I just take her under my wings, you know. Champion, no? She's a little Talawa lady, you know. Say, little but you Talawa. Yeah, she's a drive like she's a little road dog. You know, that's not it. Jacob now is a bit more reserved, a bit more you call quiet, you know. Jacob, as a youth, him always know what he's doing from a baby. The man, they will just say, right, I'm not wearing any more nappies. You know. And he's never fall down any stairs because he's very careful. So he's more, you know, I would say Nico is an extrovert and Jacob is an introvert kind of a youth. You know what I mean? That's how them drop it. So anyway, Like I say, I was with my missus there now for 20 years, but that break up. So right now, what I've done now is I'm not really dealing with any woman in the 12 years as such. You know what I mean? I'm devoting time to more firehouse work as it was, you know. So I don't really have no time. Even if God send all the angel now, you know, some woman and they say, well, beautiful and crisp. Even that can't tempt me right now, because we are on a different mission, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying, what I want to say really is, I apologize, but when you come to understanding, you realize the way that you treat people, you know what I mean? And I never treated my first son mother well, or the second, you know, I never treat them, never kill them still, because if me see them now, man, them are still friends, see me, but I never treat them well, because I mean, the things say a man fi have 4 and 5 women, you know, say somebody that run the program. I never find out differently until I was 27, you understand what I mean? This was when things changed for me, when I was 27. I find out that no, you're not supposed to be running around, you know, with this woman and that woman, because I do a tell lie. You see, you're not going to know the truth that way. You know what I mean? So my change then, on the way to the firehouse, yeah, come when I was 27. But before you even go up to that, everywhere you go, you know, you learn something. Now, what I like about England then, some of the things, when you go to Rome, you don't do what the Romans do, you know, but some of the things that they're doing is okay. So you find out, you know, in England now, if people are waiting on a bus, everybody queue up Bridget and wait their turn to get on the bus. And if you go to a shop, it's the same. And when you get it, when you pay your money, it says thank you, and when you receive it, thank you, and you go. If you go into a door, you open the door and hold it for the next person to come through. You know what I mean? So I think those are good qualities. You know what I mean? Manners. Yeah, that's when I say manners. So you don't know, so now, the principle. I'm not saying that Englishmen are living up to it, you know. But the principle of this country one time, one time was an Englishman word is his honor. You know what I mean? So I find that a high quality, and I like that as well. A man of honor. I find that good. So I like that English quality. Whether Englishmen are living up to it or not, I don't know. There must be a few living up whose a man word is his honor. Yeah, and you have high moral thing like honesty is the best of policy. You know what I mean? So we can draw some of those things from England still. And I have drawn some of the good qualities that I find here in England, while ignoring the good qualities that I find here in England. Because England is just like everywhere, good and bad. There might be a false lion still, like I'm saying, you know what I mean? Because the fire lord is here to burn down this false lion as it was, you know. But that's nothing to do with England, you know what I mean? And the English people, you know what I mean? English people are just like everybody else. Some are good and some are bad, you know what I mean? And England is a nice country, lovely, you know what I mean? When the sun is shining, oh man, lovely even when it's raining. You know what I mean? Nice countryside and lovely, man. Lovely England is nice. I don't like anybody who criticizes Earth. I am not here to criticize Earth. You know what I mean? I'm just here to look at what is right and what is correct. Or to explain how we reach to the firehouse. So I reckon then, having gone through some of those kind of things then, and we reach up to 27. This is where we get what they would call an awakening, where we're going to change how we used to live before. Yeah? I'll cut a story short now. I've told this story and another reasoning. Yeah, a man is telling me, saying, oh, you repeat reasoning sometime, but you have to repeat reasoning in story. Now, this is how the virgin birth, as you would call it then, was achieved. I was living this life here, you know, like an ignorant idiot. Without no direction, running around like a sex lunatic. You know? sexual energy got the better of me then, you know, because that's a powerful energy, you know. Find it hard to shut now. I don't even know how I managed to monk it out now. But anyway, I was running out, going around there, running up and doing all these things. But when I come 27 now, just like I tell you, when you reach Kingston, you put on a brakes on the language. Well, when I reached 27, the brakes was put onto these activities. Yeah, I suddenly realized, and then if I realized that it was God showing. But anyway, I stopped them. Stop running around looking for women and telling lies. Stop drinking and gambling and stop drinking. And those are the main 3 vices. And that was how now I set off on the road to the firehouse. Yeah, man. Well, of course I never realized that I was setting off on any road to the firehouse. You know, when I recover my innocence, I never know that's what was happening. It just happened, you know what I mean? But through this change now, because don't forget, you know, after when this change come along, I was a different man now. I was running up and down on the street of Oldham here, preaching here, saying this, saying that. If I tell you a story, man, I wouldn't be able to stop telling man the story. But I tell you a couple of stories that's funny anyway. When we was on the trail. There's a Roman Catholic church here in Oldham. So one day me and my friend was just walking past on General Patrol. I don't know, you know, them time I was busy speaking all over the place and you know like a man on fire. Like you're literally looking to challenge people, you know what I mean? Full of enthusiasm and fire. So as we pass in this church now, the doors was open. So I said to my friend, come, we're going in this church here, man. You know? So I walk in the church. When I walk in, there's only white people in there, you know what I mean? But as I walk in now, as soon as I sit down, the service finish. So I say, well, I see a line forming. So I joined the line. And when I realized while I was in the line, it was a confession queue, you know. So anyway, I hold my space and when we reach Father, I says to Father, listen. Well, I said, listen, I says, I would like to make a confession, please. Politely, you know what I mean? Because you can't be rude in a church. There was nothing rude about this. I don't want to be thrown out of a church. So he says to me, son, are you a Roman Catholic? I says, no, Father. He says, well, you cannot make a confession here. Anyway, because I don't want to startle the other people, I went very close to him and whispered in his ear that, listen, Father, I'm a child of God just like yourself. I would like to make a confession, please. You know, serious, you know. So then he said, oh, okay, son, okay, come here. No problem. Anyway, them days I was practicing what I call the eye power, which was to look, because I find out that thing anyway. Just say I find out that thing. So I was on to looking people directly in the eye without even blinking, you know, like a baby. And that used to frighten a lot of people. For whatever reason, I don't know. But no one would look at me anyway for no length of time. To the degree they always seem to shy away. So anyway, we're going in the confession box now. Just like you'd see it on the movies, man. And I don't remember what story me I tell him, but all of a sudden something said in my head, why should you be talking to a man who you cannot see? So I just draw the curtain on him. You see, when I draw the curtain, we was about this close. And when him see me, I look upon him just... He just bow his head like that. So my mouth was about this much from his ears. Yeah, and I'm saying things like, Father, what are you doing up on that pulpit? You know that these things are not right. You should not be out there saying these things to people when you know in your heart that is not correct. You know, along that line. I have him there for about 3 minutes and he was... While I harp on, because I'm a man when I'm ready to talk, and the words just fly out, so I fly pure lyrics in his ear about why he should not be doing what he's doing up there. And then after 3 minutes he jump up. And we now both come out the convention, but trust me, he never stopped saying God bless his son, God bless his son, God bless his son until we come out the church. You see that? And I was just attacking him, you know. These people, I went in, he's a devil, I'm a devil man, me, you know. Went in there, tell the man of God that he should not be doing these things. He should have chased me out the church. Well, that was the white man, them church. Now, we have some, we had a black church. Now, I never just turned up at this church. They invited me to the church. It's like one evening, you know, church people go on. They come out and we was on the front and we are dancing some roots music. I think Al Bob did that playing. They remember what wicked music anyway. And some church people come along and they look. I have a man who like to hop about and make two movements. So they says, oh, look at you, lad. You should be in church. So I says, don't worry, man. From Sunday, I'm coming to church. But by this time, you know, I already seen all this in Jamaica. People getting in spirit and making up nice. You know what I mean? But anyway, I decided to go. So it was one of those churches, you know, where people get in the spirit and and they make nice that it's not English then anyway. I always say to myself, all you have to do to speak in tongues is make sure it is not English. Or in your case, Mario, it's not Polish. You just make some nice that nobody can translate. You know what I mean? So anyway, I was going to this church. I'm a man, when I go to church, I go politely. You know, I sit and I listen to the music. I enjoy church people music. At that time, there was a young man in there playing, and the man, them look some good with him. Yeah, so all that. And then they would get in the spirit and cut two tongues. But when when service finished, now I am a man who like to question people. So I would say to you, Marius, excuse me, what was you saying? You know, when you was hawatawa. Then you are saying, no, you don't know. I said, is there anyone here who can translate for you then? No. Because you were speaking in the spirit. Because I'm an idiot, like I keep telling people now, I speak English. Yeah? You can't speak spirit language. Why would God want to be speaking to me in Japanese? You know what I mean? Because I don't speak Japanese. Yeah. You see me? I speak English. So I would just work out and say, sure, that God be an idiot, man. You know what I mean? So I don't like those kind of things when God is going to speak to me in some way and get in touch with me in some way. And I don't know what it is. So for this very reason of questioning these people now, they start to think that I've got the devil in me. So what they did, this is what they did. They sent now for another preacher from outside. But I never know this. I just find this out. Because one Sunday now, after about 6 weeks, I'm going to church. Yeah? I went into the church. The church was full, you know what I mean? Sitting in the middle there, there's a new preacher. This is how I knew he was lying. Some preacher man, hey preacher man, if you're still alive, you're wicked and lie, you know. You see one that come to all, I'm in glad it there. That day there, you could feel all dead now. But you shouldn't do those things when you too lie. And this is how he opened me sermon now. Saying he had a vision from God that he was going to be in Oldham today. But the moment he said that, I knew he was lying. How could you have a vision that you was going to be in Oldham today? And you've turned up with your dog collar and, you know, well, people invited you, Vicky, you too lie. You know what I mean? But anyway, go along with this lie then. So the moment he said that, I knew he was lying. Because we were sitting in church. I was sitting in church. The church is full. To the side, to the back, to the round. And he's up on the pulpit. I'm looking directly at him. You know, when he's talking. Because in those days, I don't take the central figure when I'm looking, brethren. Trust me. When I look to the side or the left. So I'm just looking at him while he's talking. So then he says, after when he finished saying that he had a vision from God, he opened his Bible and he read something from it, looking at me. So I don't remember what he read, but I just shook my head that I never agree with what he was saying. The minute I said that, trust me, he grabbed the pulpit and he went into, making up them stupid lies. I call them stupid lies. Because them things don't faze me, you know. And then the people on this side start with it. And then the people on that side, the people at the back. So the whole church was into a frenzy with this idiotic lies. Hey, what you want to do, right? If you don't believe me, whenever people get in spirit again, yeah, go to the church and stand outside. Don't go in, stand outside where you can see them and listen. And you will hear it's like trapped souls way down in some dark place like dog's bag. You can actually feel the confusion of the soul, you know. Yeah, try it. Just try that. So when they was making those nights, you know what I mean? I'm a man who just think that's just idiotic. Because I practice them nice myself, you know, just make up nice that and that things. I don't think no idiot. So all that time he's down, I'm looking at him like this. I'm not taking no notice of these and these, you know. And I'm looking at him because to me he's the conductor. So as soon as he hold up his head, there he will see me looking at him. So he decided now to come off the pulpit and he's approaching me. So I never had a stick. I used to have a little stick, so I leave it in Manchester, so me a little rod, you know. If you find me rod in Manchester, return it. So he decided to approach. So as I get up and stand up, still looking at him now, as soon as he did exactly what this man did in the Roman Catholic Church. He held his head like that and turned around, went back up and carried on the sermon. Because I used to like challenge people in them. That was the... No. I'll tell you the last time I went to that church, the black church. The last time I went to the black church, kind of funny still, you know. So this time I sit right at the front of the church. Don't forget I've been going to this church nice and polite for 9 weeks. So. Well, when service finish I do ask some question. No swearing or violent or nothing. Investigation, because I'm an investigator. Yes, man. I'm in a joke when it comes to investigation. So the last Sunday now, I went and I sit at the front of the church. The only mistake I made, I think, was to speak when the man was speaking, which I said, "Excuse me, can I say a few words?" That's all I said. All the man had to do was say, "Okay, just sit down, and when I finish, we'll let you through." But the minute I said those words, the church break up, I was rushed out. I find people rushing from all over and they're ushering me out. And I even remember, I never forget this thing, I hear a woman scream, "We curse you in the name of Jesus." You know, she actually did it nice. She said, "We curse you in the name." But those who know Oldham, there's the main church now. I went to that one. So I said, he's the vicar. He's the vicar. It was a day when it was snowing. They said, "Oh, yeah. He's round in his diocese." You know, so I went in and introduced and I'm telling him about God and this thing. Anyway, we never come to any agreement. He was holding his position. And obviously, I'm not letting go of my position. But he walks me to the door. So when he walks me to the door, it was snowing. I kneel down there in the snow and I swear, I said, "Father, I swear before God and man, that what I'm telling you is truthful and correct. If you, in your heart, is certain that what you are telling the people them in church is true and correct, kneel down here and swear it to God." Guess what he says? He'll wet his pants. He just laugh and left him. But you see the oath on me, what I put him on there, I know he wouldn't do it. He can't even lie in it. He might work for man. He might false thing. You know, these, yeah man, he refused to wear his pants for God. But he wouldn't do it because it's the swearing that I put in it. You know, him know in his heart it's not. If he know in his heart, like if a man said that to me immediately, all that shit that I'm kneeling and that. So you can't test me them way there. But I know that he wouldn't do it. These weak heart wouldn't do anything like that. You understand? Well, anyway, that's just a church story. That's some of the things that happen on the way to the firehouse. Yeah? So on the way to the firehouse now, if you think the firehouse is real, you know, because we're in the house of fire now, so we can split any fire that we want to reach now. I show you in numbers before, how you are positive and negative in numbers. Well, when you take out the negatives, you're going to leave now number one, which is the Supreme Master, the first himself, Then you have the first level of understanding, the third level. This is where they feel God, you know. They say them and they feel God, you know. Then you have number 5, who feel God as well, you know. Strongly at the 5th level. Then I would say the 7th level now, you hear God. This must be where Jesus was at, 7th level soldier, you know. 7th degree. But the 9th grade soldier now where we are spitting from, that's the firehouse, you know. Only the baddest soldier them. This is what I shouldn't be speaking like that. I said, this is what I'm trying to explain. I think I should try and explain it in a way clearly so that everybody who is listening could possibly understand. The 9th level that I am talking about, only the baddest soldier can step there. Now, no one has ever stepped there before. Well, if it did, I must say one zinga down so. I don't know, a long time, but trust me. If you don't believe me, then read all your spiritual master, be it Jesus, Muhammad, the Buddha. Yeah, even when they ask Jesus where the kingdom of God, what he say it is within you, in the midst of you. You understand? But he never did that describe by my Father up in heaven, you know. Because his level is not there. His level is not there. I'm going to speak it gently. It's not the 9th level. Like I said, might be the 7th level. And your great master, maybe the Buddha, maybe he was just down at the 5th level. You see what I mean? But when you're dealing with Fire Lion, you're dealing with a 9th level soldier, you understand? Now, when you reach the 9th level, you actually witness the terrible and dreadful one yourself, you see? That's why I'm telling you. I am not like the previous. Of course, I'm like the brother, you know. This is why I say you should understand the word paradox. Because later on, from the firehouse, I am going to teach some teaching that is arrogant. But arrogant is a thing that is double-sided. So we have negative arrogance and positive arrogance. You see what I mean? So when fire burning, we can burn some what we call positive arrogance. You see what I mean? So this is part of the positive arrogance. Because now you're going to have those, because don't forget those followers of Jesus, and what I would call Jesus is only a 7th level teacher than so, and they are hell bent on firing Jesus or the Buddha and whatever. But when firehouse one don't follow no one. We just look at things like that as activities for mad people. Yeah, that's what we look at things like that as a complete waste of time. We don't teach people to like me now. You think I would ever teach anyone to follow me? I tell. Well, that's what, since when you come to me, you get aliases as well. Over here now, I'm Ital now. So, and many Rastaman have the name Ital, you know, it's Vital. Ital. But you think me now could be teaching anyone to follow me? Why follow me? No. Fire Lord teachers teach people to know themselves. You understand? We firehouse teacher teach you that no one can save you. Not even God will save you. Yes, that's it. So the teaching of firehouse is a bit mad. You understand? Firehouse teacher we all use swear word like I tell you, because them don't have much sense. You understand? So there is no need. I find it ridiculous that people follow people, quite frankly. You know what I mean? Crackpots. I find it totally amazing that you have people who are expert in studying Jesus and his life. You know what I mean? Maybe while you're at it, you should find out what color underpants he used to wear. I did crocus bag them. We have a thing in Jamaica you put on your crocus bag. Maybe Jesus used to wear crocus bag. You know, but why don't you try and find that out? Find out if he used to brush him teeth or if any teeth them did drop out like mine. You know, while you're taking a degree. I call it idiocy. Why you want to go about studying people life and Jesus and all them things, you know what I mean? It's just like the Muslim with them wouldn't say peace be and up unto Muhammad when them speak. But how much peace can you wish on a man? Because if God granting peace, him already got it in it. But you that wish more upon him, how much? What is he going to do with all that peace? So you find out, say, in my term, in my term, up a firehouse, we call them things the idiocy. Because we do not worship man. In firehouse, the firehouse soldier is like this now. You know, in unearth here, some man got some dog, bad dog, yeah? And this dog, you know, trust me, not even his wife can control him, or him kids, or him friend. When that the dog they growl, it's only him alone that can say, listen man, cool man, now what my brethren, you know, see I'm his son man. Well, that's what a firehouse soldier is like. So if you can imagine, like in your little mentality that you got then, you're using, because every man is intelligent. I am not putting anyone down, I'm just saying that these lunatics that are behaving lunatically, in their mentality up in heaven, God is there with the angel and archangel and his son sitting by the side and all that. But you see if the fire, you see if when the fire general enter the court, then I forgot. All his son worried about that, because the fire general are the dog. Just like they say Jamaica, the bad killer them, dog heart. Yeah, the fire general are the dog heart, man. Anytime we come about, everything nervous, trust me. Only the father one can cool it down and say, cool. You see? So we don't, up in firehouse then, we don't mince no lyrics or tell no, but we believe, I don't believe nothing. I just know. You understand? So I am just here to tell a man, say, brethren, forget about whether you think say I and I is the fire lion or not. But just whether you know and believe in this God, say God exists. But I mean tell yourself, get your house in order. You know what I mean? Love one another. You know, live in peace. Realize that all man is one. You've been brainwashed, like I say. It's just like a man as you repeating things. But you have to repeat things. You've been brainwashed to think that you are different, you know, nationalistic business. Like I say, you watch this in the Olympics coming up. You will see how you've been manipulated. You don't even, you're behaving like sheep. You understand, brethren? And the Father never created us to be sheep. Rather, if any, or even to be shepherd if you want. Every man to be free. With your own free mind, your own free. And when Mr. Man, I mean woman as well. Because me know this, you see how we am balancing, like I say, when I deal with the female principle of the man trampling over the woman. This is about understanding what is right and what is correct. You know what I mean? All this kind of evil way we want to live on earth here, like a sick way, you know. All them, that's what caused the disease. You know what I mean? That's why I said the fire lion now is a lion will heal the sickness of the human mind. You know what I mean? But anyway, coming back to England here now, you always have to find reasons or see reasons while you're in England. Now England, every time I'm meant to tell this story, you know, it keep cutting off or I keep slipping in my mind, you know. So anyway, I have to go back to it. It's that same one in Revelation. I start the story so many times and it slip about. And it look as if every time I come to England it run away. But anyway, these great beasts, the eagle, which is America, the dragon, China, the bear, Russia. England is the lion. Let me show us, see lion now. The lion. But this is not a country where lion have a natural habitat, then as they would say around, you know. Lions are from Africa, so I'm really here to claim back the lion. That's why I'm saying I'm the fire lion. Come to burn down your house and clean up the earth, you know. Because transgress against the law of the terrible and dreadful overlord. You know what I mean? Now, like I say, it's better when people don't know you, because when I don't know. Like I'm trying to tell you, human being, I don't expect black man to believe what I'm telling him, because he's lost faith in himself, so he'll never believe another black man can know the fire lord for real. The white man will have a problem because he thinks that he's superior. But me don't care I don't care what you lot want to think, say, because this is the truth and rights of what is going on. Anyway, because there is a ring at the door. What me flat like go the door, no man? Because there's a ring at the door. I think we're going to cool out, see, and try and pick back up this reasoning and another real.